In today's video, I will be going on a month-long expedition to try to find and kill a turkey with a headhunter broadhead. And at the very end of the video, I will be taking a trip down to Maryland to do some catfishing in the creeks. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I've just arrived out here where I want to set up my blind this year for turkey hunting. I'm planning on putting it somewhere in there, cutting out a couple of limbs. Now, if you guys recognize this area, you would be right, because right in there is where I shot my deer this year. In fact, when I was cleaning out the blind, I found this. And this is actually the shotgun shell that I shot my deer with. I'm going to start a time lapse of me setting up my hunting blind, and I'll catch you guys when I'm done. So I've completed my turkey hunting setup for today. This is what it looks like now. Big difference from what it looked like before I put the tent there. I'm gonna give you guys a view from the inside of the tent. I've cut out a little spot back here to come back into the tent, and here we are. And this is what it looks like looking out of the tent. Hopefully one will walk right in front of the tent, and I'll take his head off. Alright, so earlier you might have heard me talking about how I was going to try to shoot a turkey in the head this year with a bow. And some of you might not know what a broadhead looks like that could take a turkey's head off. So I'm going to make one here and show you what it looks like. Alright, so this is what these big old broadheads look like. This big giant open blade broadhead that narrows down your margin of error with trying to hit a turkey in the head with a bow and arrow. Pretty neat. So that's what I'm going to be firing at them today. This big giant broadhead. Now for the arrows, I'm shooting these giant long arrows right here. Like, these are long, because if you have a normal sized arrow with these things, the broadhead actually ends up messing with the sight, and you can't draw back your arrow all the way, so that could be problematic. So I found these giant arrows sitting out in the barn from a couple of years ago, and I'm gonna screw this big old broadhead on there. And that's what I call a gobbler guillotine. Alright, so I just got out in the blind this morning. It's opening day. I've heard turkeys gobbling over this hill for the past couple of minutes, so I'm going to let out the first call and see what happens. As the morning went by, I had my first turkey come around the corner. It was actually a bearded hen, which is pretty cool. And usually, where there's a hen, there's a tom. Which is exactly what happened. Alright, we just had another hen walk by us. There's a tom right there. This tom showed up out of nowheres and looked locked on to my decoys. So I let out a call, and this happened. So I sat there quietly, hoping that he'd come right into my decoys. but he was hung up out there for some reason, so I let out a few more calls. Sadly, that Tom ended up leaving, but I would definitely be out there the next morning. Alright, so I'm back out here for day 2 for turkey hunting. A light fog has set in, so it's very hard to see if anything's coming. But I just heard some gobbles not far away. I'll catch you guys if I see them. And just as they do every single morning, the turkeys came right over that hill and were moving towards me and my decoys. After those calls, I sat there quietly for about 20 minutes, moved the decoys around a little bit, but those times still did not share any interest. But that morning, my brother Kip shot his first turkey ever. He shot a really nice tom turkey for his first one ever, and seeing that the turkeys actually gave him a shot, I relocated into the woods. Sadly, day 3, day 4, and day 5 were spent with no action in the woods. So, we are relocating again. We have hunted 2 spots already this turkey season and no luck in either one of them. So, all that leaves us to do is to try to relocate once again. This is where I want to put the blind this time, and hopefully this is the spot where I get it all done. On second thought, that might be poison ivy. I'm not sure, but I'm not taking any chance. I just found another spot that might be cleared out for us already, which is pretty nice. This is a spot. That little bare spot right there is perfect. I don't see any suspicious poison ivy this time. So that's the finished result right there. I wouldn't say it's too bad. And the decoys will be right around there. I've got 2 more weeks to hunt this season. And these last 2 weeks, you can hunt morning and afternoon instead of just morning. Hopefully I can get this thing done, and I'll catch you guys when I get back in the blind. I just arrived at the tent I set up yesterday. It is hot out here. It is very humid out. Just rained 2 days ago. This humid weather demands for some bugs. So I found it to be necessary to bring a thermosol with me today. I've been kind of needing it. Hopefully it will help with these flying nightmares out here. Soon enough, we had our first bird show up, but it was a crow. Not even 10 minutes after those crows showed up, 2 hen turkeys popped out of the woods. These 2 hens were specifically focused on eating something right in front of me. So I came over to check out where these hens are scratching up the dirt. So I walk over here and I see this. That is an insane amount of scratching. Like, they were over here having a buffet. Even though they were hens, that's an extremely good thing, because that tells me that the turkeys around here know that there's a food source right there and want to eat. That's easily the closest the turkeys have gotten to us yet this season, which is another plus. I'll definitely be hunting there more often. Alright, so I've been out in the blind for probably about 2 or 3 hours now, hunting this morning. And I haven't seen a single bird. But I just came outside to check around the tent. And at least 300 yards out, there's a bird out there kind of working its way towards me. I'm going to call to him a little bit right here and see what happens. And I'm going to hold up the decoy to kind of like make it obvious that something's over here. I'm just going to keep an eye on him and see what happens. Alright, update. I was just kind of like looking out at the turkey and I noticed that there's 2 of them. 2 turkeys out there. I have no idea what they are, but they are slowly working this way. So I'm going to call to them a little bit and see what happens right here. I just heard some really far away that way as well, out into the forest. It's very slim chance that they show up, but the ones in the field are the ones I'm focused on. I'm kind of aligning the decoy right now with the horizon, so make sure they can see it. They're moving around out there, so we're gonna see what happens here in a little bit. This might be a little bit crazy right here, but there's a tent over that way. Definitely more where they're gonna be coming towards. So I think I'm gonna try to sneak over there and get into that blind. See you guys when we get there. We are officially moving locations. I didn't know it at the time, but this is when things start to get a little bit crazy. Actually, cancel that idea. I was on my way over to the other tent. I got about midway, and I peeked around the corner in the woods, and there was a turkey with its back to me in that corner, in the middle of the field. I don't know what it is, but I can see it way out there, right around where I did most of my deer hunting, my winter bow hunting. But I called a little bit. It's kind of like wandering around out there. I'm hoping that it's something respectful, like a tom, maybe a jake or something. It would really suck if it was a hen. But it's got like a reddish head on it. I think it's definitely a male turkey. So I'm gonna keep calling and see if it comes in. Alright, we're on this up right here. I just hit a hen call and it gobbled at me. 100% a male turkey. It's out there looking at my decoys right now. Something's about to happen. Oh my gosh, there's a giant tom right here. I hate to break the bad news to you guys, but I don't think he's interested. I've called to him. He's gobbling a lot, but he just does not want to come in. The turkeys are acting weird this year. I don't know what's up. They don't get hunted that much at all. It's just me. Me and my brother, of course. He's out there fanned out, gobbling at me, but he doesn't want to come in. Alright, I've got this one tom pretty interested right now, but I just hit the call a little bit, and I noticed that there was more gobbles coming from down in the swamp. So I think there's more than one turkey's coming in right now. That tom did eventually come in, but he passed right on by. Alright, so that turkey went over to get a snack. At least that's what I think, over in the field next to me. But the second of the two turkeys that I saw earlier is right over here. So, let's see here. He's kind of just like over there eating and looking around a little bit. So I'm gonna see if he'll come in. I never saw another turkey, but I did see this. I went out to the same blind that evening, hoping to get another chance at a turkey. I never really saw one. The only thing I saw was this blackbird. And with that unsuccessful trip, the season comes down to 3 or 4 more days of only evening hunts. I saw nothing on day 9 and day 10, so it came down to my final chance, day 11. Early that evening, this hen walked right by my blind, and shortly after, 2 toms followed. As sad as it is to admit, I have to say that I think those turkeys did not care about me and was more focused on that hen. Well, with that, the 2025 turkey hunting season comes to an end. I can't be any more disappointed about how it went. I had so many turkeys come in, but none of them came in range. I did enjoy today's hunt because there were so many unexpected things that I saw today. From a bunch of turkeys, to a possum in the middle of a field midday, to a young buck in velvet, to the turkeys walking past me like they've always done. Once again, I am not happy about how this turkey season went. I was really hoping I'd get a shot, but on the bright side, soon enough I'll be down in Maryland doing some fishing, probably within the next 36 hours. So hopefully I have some luck down there fishing. Catch you guys then. Good morning, everybody. We have just arrived down in Maryland, very early in the morning. We are out at the dock trying to do some fishing. Going to try to catch catfish or maybe even a carp. The rods are already out. I'm ready. I'll catch you guys when we get a bite. And it surely didn't take long for a great day of fishing to get started. Fish on, fish on. Oh, it's a good fish. Whew. Got some head shake to it. Here he is, right here somewhere. Got the net. Come on, bud. Oh, we got a nice cat. Alright. First fish of the day. We've got ourselves a catfish. That circle hook worked fantastic with that hook set. Alright. Channel catfish. Number 1 of the weekend. So here's our first fish of the weekend. We've got ourselves a fat channel catfish right here. Nothing huge for sure, but I think I'm going to take an estimated weight right here. It's probably 5 pounds. So I'm going to check on the scale and see what it actually weighs. I was a little wrong, but right here we've got ourselves a 3-pound channel catfish. That's a great way to start off the morning. And there he goes. He's right down here. Ready? He's gonna pop up. Ready? Let's get him. And we got him. We got a nice fish. Oh, we got another catfish. Oh, it doesn't have an eye. It's missing an eye. I think. Oh, it's a nice one. I went on to catch another 7 different fish, which brought my grand total for the day up to 11. I hope you guys enjoyed this hunting and fishing combo. If you did, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.